Good day, good love, good light, whenever and wherever you are. Illuminators and wayshowers, thank you for sharing your now moment with me here and now as I embrace my joy and share my synchronicities with you guys, because sharing synchronicities with you guys is part of my highest joy. And it has been raining and cold and raw for, I don't know, at least, I don't know, a week. And finally the sun comes out. We're listening to the birds, having our coffee. I was going to say Ranger. Oh my gosh, that was my dog before. Before Abby. That was really funny. That's really funny. Another synchronicity. So, a couple synchronicities in a row. I brought out my fairy cards because I wanted to read a fairy message to all of you. And we're sitting here listening to the birds. And I wanted to embrace my inner child a little bit by sharing that I think I've mentioned this before. There's a free app called Merlin, which is kind of funny because it's about birds. I mean, about magic. And we run this app, and basically it's an app. It's a bird identification app, and I believe I've mentioned it before. And as you run the app, it records all the birds that it hears around you and identifies them and gives you a list and a photograph, right? And then it records the list for you so that you can go back and look at the list and
see which birds it found.
And right, to see which birds it found. And this morning we were just running, we were running it randomly, and God, within just a couple of minutes, it came up to, like, I don't know, it was like 11 different kinds of birds, and it restarts every time you restart it. So even right now, I guess if I'm quiet, it's I think it's picking up, and these are birds that I didn't even realize were even here. So I'm pretty sure probably it's designed to run where you set it to where you are in your country. I mean, right?
Yeah,
where and so it knows like where you are. And it's just amazing, all of the beautiful birds that are here that I didn't even know that they even existed, let alone.
And we see a lot of them at the bird feeder, but don't always know what they are. But this identifies them, shows pictures, and the app lets you take pictures also and identify them with pictures.
Oh, that's nice.
It's really fun to just let it record, and then you have a sampling that it saves and shows, and you could play back your sampling, and then it also lets you play all kinds of calls that's recorded for the bird.
Oh, that's very nice.
Information and where you can be found and if it's rare or not.
So no matter where you are or where you live, or what your environment is, there's almost always birds. And even if you go to the park or take a walk someplace else, it's fun to just run the app and see what shows up. And it gives me this new connection with them and brings up something in my heart chakra and just within all of my chakras, really, because it's like the elements of light, the light becoming sound, and the light of their light of source becoming sound. And it's this way of really becoming more deeply to way to interact with them in a deeper level, I think, for me. And so I guess I wanted to share all of that with you in that these are the simple things. And when I say simple, but yet so profound and so nurturing to our inner child, our outer child, our skin. Our skin is the largest organ of our body. And I think it's the one organ we ignore the most, oddly. And I certainly feel the difference being out in the sunshine, and with as much skin exposure, and of course within reason, of course. But and so I'm looking. So the next the synchronicity right before that is I was shuffling the fairy cards, and I came across a card that I was having this conversation. It's something that I've been involved in my own personal life for a little while, and well, all my life, but specifically recently in my current reality. And was speaking with a friend of ours yesterday about similar things. And so it was the very first card I pulled. And so I immediately sent it to them in a text message just saying it because I couldn't believe the synchronicity. And which I'll share that card with you. And then Abby's here, laying here and enjoying her bone. And so I was looking at her. And if you've seen pictures of Abby, and I've posted them on YouTube as well as on Facebook. But she's got this beautiful, what would you call that, eye patch, and she looks just like Isis. It looks just like Isis, that eye of Isis. And then I thought this morning, I was just telling Dave, I said, well, I thought about naming her Isis, when we first got her. And I was like, well, I can call her Isis if I want. But so all of a sudden, this Isis energy came in, and I'm looking at her. So Dave looks up Isis. He just, Googled it. And I didn't even realize this. And I've got Isis books and journals. And so we've talked about this goddess energy before and honored her. And Dave and I both deeply connected to those energies, as so many of us are. And the whole Egyptian and all of the layers and levels of all of that. And he looked it up, and Isis, actually the word translates to dog. The soul of Isis translates to dog. I was like, and that's why they call Sirius, because we know the connection to Sirius and the pyramids and the specific alignments of these structures, and the star Sirius, what it meant to them at that time and times throughout eons, and what it means to us now, and how it's specifically related to me and my journey with Sirius and the star Sirius and the dog star and the Sasani people, and my journey and my whole journey, and all of me has always been very deeply connected to that dog energy. And as we've also come to create, is that we also, it's then became named Canis Major Star System, Canis also translating to dog. And so we were just, it's these little synchronicities that connect us closer and closer to more and more of all that we are. And when we take that moment to just acknowledge and appreciate and allow what those connections mean to each and every one of us in that moment, and I just feel more and more this year of 2023 taking those moments to also share that information, share these synchronicities. It means something to someone. Someone needs to hear the birds, hear the information, perhaps that's translated through that application, which, we created and together, so that we can share more fully and integrate more fully the animal kingdoms and the species around us, and getting to know more and more of Earth, and getting to know the species more on Earth guides us to become more and more in tune with ourselves. And again, that is the key to opening the door of OpenContact, in that we must, it's like I can hear the Pleiadians coming in too. We've got to drop the judgment of ourselves. We have to begin there. We have to begin there. The judgment of ourselves. And the rest, they say, will just fall into place, because once we address that within ourselves, and they are speaking to me as well, as I've told all of you, we are teachers and students simultaneously, always. And that includes everything in creation. Nothing is not learning. Nothing is not receiving from us. And today is the 28th, and the date equals 28. Well, it equals 10, which equals 1. So we've got the Sirius symbols of those energies of 1 and 10. And I'm hearing about repeating numbers too, and how it's the end of this month, and we'll be beginning a new month here in the Northern Hemisphere. We're approaching spring. Um, the birds are extremely excited about that, and the idea that, birds are our ancestors, and how they were depicted and, what do I want to say, honored in the Egyptian cultures, and we see a lot of evidence in that. And of course, light language. For some reason, there is there's this connection to bird song and light language and our language and our voice, and that idea of nature bringing out our perfect song, no matter how it sounds. We do not judge the sound of each bird and say it should sound like something else.
And certainly the bird calls are high frequency in nature. And I'm running this app as we're talking, and it's still able to pick up the birds because it's a different frequency.
And can you share just a few that?
Yeah, so all you bird watchers out there, you could stop the video and start over and see if you could identify the birds that I'm going to name right now that the app had picked up since we started.
And Dave really wants to do a video doing that too.
So we have chipping sparrow, northern cardinal, brown thrasher, eastern bluebird, tufted titmouse, pine warbler, eastern phoebe, and dark-eyed junco.
And then even earlier, there were more.
Yeah, there were.
And I hear the dove.
And there was a dove. I heard a woodpecker, I think, off in the distance. But sometimes the woodpecker just is the pecking.
Yeah.
But it's picked up woodpeckers.
It's so bright out here, I can't even not wear sunglasses because I can't see.
And I'll let you know if any more
Okay.
pop in. But this has picked up the hawks.
Oh, that hawk we saw the other day was incredible. That's right, the Canada geese.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of a couple of other ones. It did pick up an eagle one day. So we have a lot of energies going on here, and I still keep coming back to the bird hieroglyphs, the Egyptian stuff. For some reason, I'm still feeling that really high energy, and to remember that, guys, when we're we're looking at these birds. I mean, these are the dinosaurs. These are the I don't want to say evolution, but they, we're all connected to every single thing. And even the cars going by, when you're sitting in your car, and I was thinking about that too, how a lot of times when I like to just have no sound on, like no music and no other, stimulation, because I want to hear, the outside. And so embracing my inner child and grabbing my fairy cards and wanting to so I was actually sitting out here first, and then I thought, wow, it's such a beautiful day, and I really was connecting with the Fae realms, the elementals, the bird energy, and embracing my own inner child, just enjoying the sunshine, and enjoying I know Ranger's here because I keep wanting to say it. When I very first started my channel, if you're new to the channel, I started my journey with my dog Ranger, and so the dogs got started in the energy. So I mean, I know he's right here. He transitioned a couple of years ago, but he was just the love and guide of my life, and I always felt such a deep connection to the dog star, ever since we found each other. And so in honor of embracing today's inner child, the inner child card comes up. Now, I can't really see, it's so bright here that it's really hard for me I can't really see my reflection now, with what I cannot see what you guys can see. Let me just put it that way. So I'm just going to hold this up as best that I can. And we've got a little bit of a shadow here too. So inner child. Where are we judging ourselves and not wanting to share our joys and excitements? Oh, and we talked to a new friend last night for the first time on the phone. Haven't met him yet, and his entire conversation was filled with the words vibration and frequency, and it was just like literally speaking our language, and the connections to that conversation and the next card, that it was just all of the synchronicities with him, his lifestyle, and the family members through whom we met him, and and the synchronicities with the card this morning. So it's the fairies of playfulness remind you to make time to embrace your inner child. Playing keeps us young at heart. Do something silly and fun. And it says, but stay safe. And I always kind of leave that off because I really think that is just a state of being, that I always feel like we can just sort of leave that off altogether now, because that's just another form of judgment, that moment is not going to be perfect no matter what happens. So, and I know that that's difficult for humans to embrace, but no matter what happens, to know that we're always safe. We're the ones creating it. It's you. It's us. And the first card that I pulled, let's see if I can see, moderation. And there's so many synchronicities here for me specifically, because this is something that I've been really invited to do a great deal in the last, I want to say probably 6 months for sure. And the purple candles, and it looks like she's holding a lemon for her tea, and she's got some looks like some fresh berries and a salad, I think. And this is the funny thing, is that we were just discussing this like frequently yesterday with different people. Now I'm thinking about someone else too, talking about food. And is there something you shouldn't be eating? Try to eat mindfully and healthily. Although the fairies say that a little bit of what you fancy is fine. So again, judgment. And
we're talking about our fairy ring.
Oh, yes. Oh, a bird just landed right on the porch. See, they know the energy. Yes, we were just talking about our fairy ring and the mushrooms. So the mycelial networks, and how beneficial. Oh, we were just talking about the benefits of the mushrooms, because we were talking about the fairy ring
in different forms,
and
how to grow them.
Yes, and how to grow mushrooms. And I mean, all of this stuff was just all happening yesterday. So again, the card is not an indication, it's a reflection. So all of these cards, whenever we're pulling cards, these tools, these permission slips, no matter what it is, whatever messages we receive from our guides, my guides, I'm your guide, and so and how we receive and send and receive this information to each other is simply a reflection of what we're already feeling inside, even if we're not aware of it. And that's the beauty of Oracle, is that it kind of lets us know. I really can't see what I'm showing you guys. It really lets us know. It reflects to us what it is that we need to see most, and that's what before I even begin any reading, I always ask my guides for the highest, most pure information that I need for me. What do I need to hone in on? What do I need to focus on today? And yet, it's a reflection of what I'm already focusing on. So it's a simultaneous affair. It's a simultaneous co-creation, in that it's like together, my guides are also showing me this is my reflection. How do I feel about it? Sending me guidance at the same time. It's very interesting. I'm not even sure I'm even explaining it. I keep looking over at Dave.
And for those of you who might be interested, there are at least, I found 54 documented hieroglyphics specifically of birds.
Oh, you looked that up that quickly.
Well,
thank you. See?
So these are not only things like Isis and the ibis and things like that. These are in hieroglyphics in the writing of the ancient Egyptians. There are 54 different kinds of birds appearing.
Different kinds.
Most depicting different types of birds, but also things that they're doing. And we know that in hieroglyphics, you might use a bird in your hieroglyphic writing, but it doesn't necessarily mean bird. It might mean something the bird is doing or something, you know.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Right. The action, the actual purpose, right. Or the okay.
So it might just mean you see something flying and you're writing.
Oh, here's the deck I'm using, so you guys can see it.
And I'm not an expert in translating hieroglyphics.
I wish that I was. There's a lot of people that I've met that are, but
I did learn about it.
And by the way, you guys, I meant to mention, I knew this message had to go out to a lot of people because I shuffled the cards again after I put this moderation card back into the deck and it came out again. So I knew that I really needed to see it twice. And I guess somebody else needed, I just put it back in the deck again. Well, I put it both back in the deck, so we'll just see what happens.
And I don't know if I mentioned it in my previous list, but the blue jay is very loud and showing up.
Oh yes, of course the blue jay always has to come and make their appearance. And I have to say, I was just reminded, the whistle, the dog star, and Ranger, and I almost called her Isis. Well, see, there you go. Abigail Isis. She's already Abby Miracle, so she responds immediately to my whistle and Dave's whistle. Like, it was one of the first things I taught Ranger, and no matter where we were in the forest, because he was always, roaming pretty much off leash whenever we could, and all I had to do was whistle, and he was right by my side. And she's doing the same thing right now. And you guys, I know that Ranger helped. He brought her to us, and I know that, and there's, of course, because he is with everything, he's a part of everything, everything's a part of all of us and her, and there is no separation from absolutely anything except for the veil of beliefs. And that's what this does. Inner child work, I say work, play, inner child play, light languages, all of this, it helps bring to our awareness the belief systems that no longer serve us in this new now and this new us and this new way. And but there was something about the connection between the whistle and the birds and the dogs. And when I would walk, and this still happens to us obviously right now, and but when I was first making videos, what I found so fascinating is that all the birds that would collect, just like an animated thing where they would all collect in the trees as I'm walking down the path and just kind of follow us. It was amazing. It truly was amazing. And I'm hearing now too that the form of light language, the form of the frequencies of the birds and the frequency of light language is, well, hi, here she is. I don't know if can you guys see her? Hi, baby. So you want to see if you guys can see her eye? Can you? Oh, so she had to come and say hi. I love you so much. See, you guys, what I mean about the vibration. See, and of course she had to come and say hi so you could see her Isis marking. So, Hi, sweet girl. Oh, look at her. She's laying right in my lap, you guys. So, I mean, I post pictures on Facebook of her. I post them on my YouTube channel, community. I told Dave, I said, we really should be posting more on my blog.
Red-shouldered hawk.
Oh, there's the red-shouldered hawk. You guys, that's the one I took pictures of in that video yesterday. Okay. Okay, you want to pull a card? Okay. Isis wants to pull a card. Okay, let me see. Oh, which one? Music! Ow! Sound! Music! Sorry, she's got really sharp nails, you guys. Okay, get your bone, baby. Relax. May you discover your fairy wings inside the sanctuary of your precious heart. Music. And this is a message for me. I just told Dave, I was just telling him about music, making more light language music.
Drum circles?
Oh, that's right. We were just talking last night about drum circles, powwows, making music. Part of dancing with our inner child is listening to music, dancing to music, making music. This is one of the things that I love doing with hangouts, is having people bring their light languages, bring their instruments, and make music. And so this is one of the things that I'm being guided right now to set up another event, so that we can all, let our hair down. And maybe this one is going to be private. I'm thinking, you know what I mean? Maybe publicized, unless y'all want it to be. But you know what I mean? Because not streamed on YouTube, where we can just be ourselves. And, and hey, we'll record it. You all could have the recording, and we'll just keep it all to ourselves,
we have one coming up.
Oh, we do.
That no one has registered for yet.
What is it? The 5th, I think it is?
5th,
March?
I believe, yeah.
Okay, March 5th, we're doing a hangout. Sorry, you guys, we just set it up. We have a lot going on. Well, anyway, it's on the website, Languages of Light. The links are below. We've got hangouts coming up where we're doing, it's actually a streamed, that's what I want to say, right?
Yeah, just a private.
Just a private hangout.
It will not be on YouTube. It will be just
non-broadcast. That's what I want to say. Sorry, I couldn't think of the word.
Only be on Zoom, and I guess we haven't decided if we're going to record it and make the recording available to the participants.
Which we could do that easily. Yeah.
But it's not going to be.
But it won't be out to the public. That way people can feel comfortable and confident. So yeah, sign up. We want to meet you guys, even if you just come for the energy. Bring a maraca, bring a drum, bring your voice.
We saw a lot of things on YouTube where people could just shake bags of rice.
Oh yeah, salt.
Salt.
Who was that we just saw? It was an actor.
That was
Kevin Bacon
and his.
He was playing the guitar, they were singing a song, and she was shaking a shaker of salt.
Yeah.
You don't need an instrument, guys. A canister, yes, a paper canister of salt. Your typical paper, Okay, music.
Make sure it's closed before you shake it.
True that. Listen carefully, for there may be a message in the music you hear. So first I think of bird song, and then I think of every single song, you guys, that I relate to, and it reminds me of the one for interstellar contact, calling all occupants of interplanetary craft. That song has been stuck in my mind now ever since we started sharing it for the World Contact Day event, which we'll be sharing more about, but that's March 15th, you guys. We're going to be doing a big hangout. Share it everywhere. Big Zoom hangout. Just going to hang out, and we're just, we're sharing it out. We've got a few people that we're excited, have already said they want to come. So everybody, bring your spirit. Bring your meditate to open the doors of OpenContact.
Crystal skull.
Bring your crystal skulls, bring your crystals, bring anything, any type of permission slip that helps us all amplify and energize this of this new reality
Pictures
of
you've
oh
drawn.
pictures of ETs. So I mean, everybody,
Hybrid
artists
children.
and channelers, hybrid children, pictures, stories, experiences. It's like we just the point is, and even if you can't come to the Zoom room because of timing and wherever you are in the world, the idea is for awareness to let everybody know that this World Contact Day is something that has been going on for 70 years, but it's time, you guys. This is our time. It's time. 7 decades. In our time as we understand time, it is time. So whether you can join us or not, and we're just going to keep it open as long as it happens to be open. So we're just going to
likely to be several hours.
Let her run. So we've got people that want to stop in at different times. It's kind of like an open house. We'll call it an open house for open contact. How's that? And I'm thinking, and there will be music.
And it's free. And
yeah.
You need to go on either Wendy'sLanguagesOfLights.com
or OpenContactTV.com has the link
to register.
And then we've got our YouTube channel that we're just starting up, that we're focusing more and more on just open contact type of content and first contact protocols and what we need to do, not what we need to do, but what are we inspired to do for open contact, each and every one of us, no matter how you're inspired to do it. And that we're focusing on our own experiences and sharing some of the stuff, and I'll be channeling a lot more information. So we're just really excited to kind of, share that content in that way, in that energy. And I'll finish reading the card. Music can lift your soul, rekindle memories, and charm fairies to your door. And we are right in our front door. I'm right next to my front door on our front porch. Hello, baby. She really is like, I want to be part of it today, Mommy. Yes, everybody can see you. She says, I want to whisper in your ear. So music, you guys, inner child. Okay. I'll be right there. She gets very excited when we get excited about this stuff. And the beautiful color, you guys, look at this beautiful color. It's the heart green energy chakra, the blue throat chakra, and the indigo third eye chakra, and then the sparkles of the crown chakra. What music does to us, what it does to the Fey realms, what it does to the plants, and what it does to the plants, then when we're sending music and intentions and love and singing outside or playing music, enjoying, dancing on the porch. Dave and I dance. We dance in the driveway. So, listening to bird song. That's why it's called bird song. It lifts our spirits and it helps us communicate with the Fey realms. And it literally brings more and more of that to our door, which includes open contact. Sasquatch, I'm being reminded again about Sasquatch, a very, very crucial and important part of our human development. Which is a whole, another story. So the connections with these colors and very little blue you see in nature. And I'm noticing right now, because it's spring here, the purple, the grape hyacinths are popping up. And so I'm seeing these beautiful hues, and then the purple candles in the other card. And the card was about food. It was about nutrition. It was about food, growing food. And all of us, as we become more nurtured in nature. I even have a shirt that says nurture. I think it says nurture in nature. When we nurture ourselves with these beautiful foods from the earth, and not judging what we're eating, but to be in harmony with what we're eating, and to do it in moderation and to find that perfect, beautiful balance. And today being the energy of number one is centering ourselves. Center yourselves in music. Center yourself and ask to connect to your future hybrid. I say future, but ask to connect to your hybrid children. Ask to connect to your future versions of yourself, because they're not future. They're all simultaneous. We just see it as the future. We perceive it as the future, as linear, yet it is all now. And we're able to, we are always, as we've said since the beginning of this channel, we're always sending and receiving information. And when we receive the information back, what you put out is what you get back. And when we receive this information back, it is music to our soul. It's music to our heart. It makes us sing. We can feel the the 8, today's the 28th, and we can feel that flow of love, that sending and receiving. And as we send out the intention, that we get the information back, that we feel the connection. I get very emotional, as many of you guys may have seen. That's kind of my oh my God, and I think that the emotion that we feel, that wave of love. And when we miss someone, where I'm being reminded too about the veil, and that, when we miss somebody, that feeling of missing someone is the same feeling as unconditional love. It's the same feeling that, oh, I miss that person. But what you are is really, you're connecting to the music of their soul. You're actually connecting to that person in that moment. So that missing that we feel, that we believe is a loss, is actually, we're being invited to reinterpret that energy and understand that's the connection you feel, that love, that overpouring love of energy, and that we feel. How many of us have had our beautiful companions, animal companions, transition, and this yearning that we feel. And I still get it, but yet now I can take a breath and I say, oh my God, you're right here. I can feel you. Like, that's my new acknowledgement. Like, not this, oh my God, what I had. It's reminding me that what I had is now, and that reality is still running. That reality is still running. And I can, and I see us, that me, her, and Ranger is not me, the now me, and yet that is still running. And so and yet at the same time, we're all, and Ranger is, all of our pets, our ancestors, everything is all right here. It's all right here, happening right now. We can access it all right now. And so what I'm feeling, and I know for sure, is that Ranger's right here. He's right here. And her jumping up on me, I'm being told now, that's him in her telling me, I'm here. Mom, I'm here. And so, wow, I didn't expect any of this, you guys. I was just going to pull like a card and talk about birds. So thank you for assisting me and sharing the flow of my love and energy and music with all of you, and reminding me to continue following my highest joys and excitements, getting excited with my inner child, and that even though, I love that, you guys, I feel like they're talking to me. See, it's like they're saying yes, yes, yes. Make those inner child videos that you've been wanting to make, because somebody needs to hear it. I was getting synchronicities. A friend of mine mentioned the other day about dragons and unicorns, and so now I've got that in my head too, about dragons and unicorns, and what fun places can we take that idea. So somebody, I guess, must have needed to hear that too about dragons and unicorns. So there'll be a little more coming up about that, I guess, too. So thank you for joining us in our joy. And remember the word journey on purpose, because we create our own reality. The word journey begins and ends in the word joy. It is supposed to be joyful. So thank you. Thank you for sharing your joy with me as I enjoy with you. Le zabateve somnoteve shama ala ru rekonete vasoko. Vijano te vilani inti ikisha izumuni te avlakoni alohonute. And it's as if I feel the Isis, the energy, you guys, is so big that it's, okay, let me describe how far the drop down is here from this front porch, as if I feel that energy, her energy, and now I'm seeing her, actually the picture in my journal that Dave gave me, she's holding a child in her arms. And so I'm literally, maybe that's the inner child. She's holding that. I will find that picture, you guys, and I will show it to you. I'll do a video. And
we actually just put on your website links to, right now we only have some books that we
oh yeah
gotten, but we have a link now that lets you see some of the books that we've gotten on Amazon, to make it easy for you to click on them
and just
get them for
find
yourself if you
find
want.
stuff that might you get, that might interest you, things that have interested me and us, and things that have to, just all kinds of
Yeah,
things.
we were going to put crystals and all your oracle decks.
Oh
that you
yeah,
can
all the oracle
find.
decks and things like that. So it's just so anyway, just wanted to share that. Dave is a programmer, graphic designer, web designer. He does excellent work. So the website is always, every single day, evolving and changing. We've added our new publications. We just got a new one published. We got a new one published yesterday, and I'm so excited. So it's on the website.
It's on the website.
So it's on the website, and
Contact
it's a
journal for World Contact
for
Day.
World Contact Day. So we'll do another. Well, anyway, we'll do another quickie video about that. But yes, it's a 70th anniversary commemorative World Contact Day journal for this World Contact Day. And so it's available on Amazon. We're just waiting to get our copies to show you guys. So
if you order it today, you should have it before the 15th.
Before the 15th. So
Takes
we're
about a week.
Oh, it takes about a week. Okay, so yeah, so before the 15th, get your copies of the 70th commemorative, and we're so excited.
$13.13.
Oh, $13.13. Well, there you go. It was just, all of a sudden I told Dave, he did this amazing, what do we call that, graphic, and then put the music to it for the invitation, and I was like, you know what? That image has got to go on a World Contact Journal. Let's get this done before the World Contact Day. So, oh my God, he did it. So there it is. It's ready.
And on every page inside the journal, it has light language on the bottom of every
yes,
page.
and another little
Specifically contact.
Yes, thank you for mentioning that.
Yes.
All of the symbols on there are specifically from my personal private journals, from pages that literally, when I was writing the symbols, on the page itself says preparing for contact, opening for contact. And these are symbols that are a culmination of different years and different times, and yet they all were downloaded to me specifically for preparing and for open contact. So that they were specifically chosen for that. It was designed specifically for that, and it's designed specifically for also those of you who are already doing open contact work, recording your open contact experiences. If you are CE people out there actually gathering and doing contact groups, no matter where and when you are. Maybe it's an encouragement to begin your own. Maybe it's even Dave and I have considered, doing that ourselves here, opening, having just whoever wants to come and share in our big backyard outside and initiate open contact. So we've been talking a lot about this, and oh, you know what? That's what it is. She needed to go downstairs. So the Isis energy I'm feeling now, the drop down there is, gosh, I don't know what, about maybe 10 feet or something. I literally feel her energy, the energy, and the sun is, it's as though I can feel her energy as tall as I can see the sun, if that makes any sense. So there is, it's as if I don't know what, I can't really describe. 100 feet, maybe bigger. It's I want to say statuesque in its deliverance to me right now. And that it's like she's this big and so tall that she literally and I say she, but it's like as if I feel her standing before me in this enormous statue of energy. And I wanted to share that, like, my arms can't get big enough to hold her, to embrace her, that standing in the sun. And of course, who is her counterpart? You know, yeah, the handle go shimbo ne hawo go na wa hawo no ni bo hae wa I wa na hawa inke wa unu ne ai I wa ho mo mo ai wa he e wa hono mo unu pita mi mo ne hera deve o ho o to vesuboni a ko to vesabo uno ai shu ha a ko deve sabu untu vashano tv I mo hoa ilo ni bi la sho no to be so Ayahoa Tuvasa. It's like I see their energy melding. Tokuni teve bua hata auvahanubu ashotove sabungoya behesa and then again hold her embracing the child. Oh into unumbeke, but in this instance the child is us. Oh honobundeva samuneke sevashote evasa the divine. The divines coming together, into this beautiful child. That is us. So yes, this beautiful, all of this hieroglyphic energy and Osiris energy and Ra energy and the pyramid energy and the Sphinx energy. It's all like just pouring in. And we were, deeply Miku. I'm hearing the magic, the pyramids rising and lifting up, raising us to match the frequency of that we may once again, open the pillars, whether it's literal or metaphoric, open the tops of the pyramids to allow the energy to flow once again, to allow the transportations and the transportation that it allowed.
Abby, come.
And much of this was sound.
Abby.
Oh, hang on. Yep, I whistled. Here she comes. Good girl. Yes, one whistle. Sorry, I had to pause. Thank you, baby. Good girl.
She was just getting.
She was starting to wander just a little bit. Good girl. You did very well. So that's another, I guess, symbol to all of you guys that maybe you just need to walk around and whistle. Maybe you need to whistle to the birds or with the birds. Whistle while we work, okay? I'm reminded of that, right? The 7 dwarfs. 7. 777. That's another thing. The 7. Oh, my 7 bag. It's right here. Lucky girl in love. And I was telling you guys about this 7 bag. Oh, there. Can you see it? And I've got a bigger one too that this goes inside of. So my 7 bag, lucky gal and loving it. Play to win. We came here to be lucky. We came here to play to win. Winning means whatever winning means to you. Whatever winning means to you. we are winners. 777 is also 21, which equals 3. The pyramid, the Trinity. Share your body, mind, and spirit in service of the all in any way that brings you joy. Whether it's dragons and unicorns, or I could think of a million things. A million things. It doesn't matter. I love you. I love you. I could do this all day. Thank you all. Thank you for your love. We're always in deep appreciation of every donation. Every dollar buys us a cup of coffee. It's important to us. It means so much to us. Every single thing that you guys share with us, all the sessions that I'm honored with. So I open myself as the best that I can to honoring all people in all places and all ways that they can participate. I do my sessions on a pay if and what you can basis for that reason. So I don't want anybody to ever feel that you can't share in your joy with me in any way that you can. And I wanted to just open that up. I really wanted to open that up to let people know that. We have lots of ways that we receive support, and so we're always in appreciation of that. Literally, I was thinking about that, the food in moderation. I was thinking about, wow, $1 buys a lot of broccoli, $1, and even though how expensive things are now, but this is literally our bread and butter. And so this is what we do to eat, to live. So everything, don't ever feel like even the slightest penny doesn't matter, because it matters. And so, and you matter. Your exchange with me matters. And so my schedule is open to whoever and however you'd like to exchange. And remember that, and we're reminded too that abundance is it's synchronicities and communication and gifts and exchange and money. It's all of those things, and all of those in pieces creates a perfect life and a perfect balance and perfect center and perfect harmony. So I just wanted to share that out there with you guys. And I love and appreciate and value everything that I do and everything that you do and everything that you share with me. So I just wanted to send that out there. And a lot of other healers, a lot of other practitioners talk about this with me, have come to me with their own practices, and what should they do and how should they present themselves to the world. And you have to honor you and believe and know that what you have to share is your perfect puzzle piece. And however you decide to share that flow of exchange is entirely up to you, and to not judge it. And I've changed that over the years myself. And
your way is the best way.
Yes, your way is the best way. And so, so I see, these things just come out as the guides tell me what to share in these videos, how to share them and with whom. And thank you if you've watched this through to the end and received this message. Because if you've received this message, then some parts of it are for you, parts of it are for me. So thank you. I love that I am every single thing in creation, all the way to the beginning, all the way to the founders, all the way to the Elohim. They're also always learning and receiving and giving and receiving. Honor your worth, honor your gifts and abilities, value you. I love you, I love you, I love you.